Mark, speaking of being, cultured and everything, let's get into the classics, Mark.
Sure.
Now, I've never read Pride and Prejudice, but when they put zombies in there, I was like, I'm interested. I need to learn how to read first. But, is the comic book out yet? But a lot of people said, hey, you know what? Those dry ass classics. I'm not into that. So somebody said, let's put zombies in there.
Sure, that'll wake everybody up.
That'll wake everybody up. I'll get geek culture's taking over and everything. That'll get the people back to reading. And it must have done well. Must have worked because somebody finally said, now we have the motion picture adaptation of it. And you're thinking, this is goofy. This is crazy. This is just silly. No. When it was written, they took this seriously. And I can say with this movie right here, they're kind of sticking to the classic too. For those of you who have read the original, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, this isn't too far away. And for those of you who read the 2009 novel by Jane Austen, and Mark's like, no, wait a minute.
No, I know they kept putting in the credits. They kept crediting Jane Austen with this. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, good and goddamn well. She didn't write this. Well, she wrote the one that was based on, but the person who expanded this is Seth Grahame-Smith. And much like the original by Jane Austen, this is the tale of 19th century women who have to deal with the prejudices of society as they try to find proper suitors for themselves. If they can do that in between clearing the countryside of all those zombies out there. The big joke with this is that they are playing this straight. And that attracted a lot of people. Attracted some actors out there who said, all right, I get to be, they didn't put me in the original when I tried to go for it, so maybe I can get this. Better than nothing.
Next best thing.
Or they got the script that said Pride and Prejudice, and the zombies part was kind of faded out.
Oh, they didn't say it at all. Natalie Portman's up there. Hey, why I say that? Somebody just behind Yes, acting, that's good. Natural reaction. Dude biting on his shit. Get your ass off me. That's not in the script. But we'll take it. No, what they did is, since they were kind of doing that, they had some people who came in and since they were taking this kind of seriously, they had some other folks come in. At one time, David O. Russell was attached to this. And he walked out because he said, you know what, I'd rather make a movie about a mop. That sounds way much more interesting. And also, they didn't give him the money that he wanted. They had a bunch of other, it was one director after another, Matt Reeves, and a whole, directors you thought would never be attached to something like this. What I like about them playing straight with this, is that it's able to come in and play with the mythology of zombies. You see here, instead of going in and saying there's a zombie outbreak, it's already considered that zombies are a part of this world. They're a part of the society, and people just have to live with them. What I like about this is that girls are not only sent away are put in training and classes and taught to be proper English women and proper social women and learn how to go out there and hold themselves the right way for men, but they also are sent off to train to kill zombies, sent off to Japan.
I got a question.
What's up?
So you say live with them. Are they walking down the street together? Or are they just kind of like pests?
No, they're more like pests. They've taken over part.
Okay.
It's all right, they're over there, and there's something we got to deal with. We don't really want them coming over here.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Girls are actually sent overseas to Japan and other parts of Asia. China
to learn kung fu.
Yeah, to learn kung fu and to learn how to work.
Yeah. That's the thing. They say Pride and Prejudice and zombies. It's it's Pride and Prejudice and zombies and kung fu.
Yeah.
And I take issue with them not putting that last part in there.
I take umbrage. So you're a proper British gentleman too. I like that kind of aspect of it there, that they look, just take for granted that they're here. And also the zombies are not, they're not mindless. They're actually pretty conscious. In the early stages of zombie transformation, you can't tell that they are dead already. So they have their methods of coming in and trying to detect who is dead to distinguish him from the living.
Good evening.
So, shall we?
A potion? Carrion flies. They are in the possession of but one truly enviable talent. The ability to detect dead flesh.
The buzzing is frightfully loud.
Well, it's not the buzzing that should concern you, madam, but rather when the buzzing stops. Oh dear.
Fuck. You know, maybe he just stinks.
This is easy.
Yeah.
I just like that look. It's like if I sit still, they won't see me.
He froze. It's cool the way they have these methods of detection. Now, beyond that, what I don't like is that you see this badass coming in here. He knows that guy's a zombie, so you saying, oh, shit, this is where we're going to get the nice kill. This is where we're going to get to see him slice this dude up. It's like, don't stab me in the eye.
I was saying,
You
was
know,
that
don't cut my head off.
I thought that was cool. Nobody ever does a shot like that except in video games.
Yeah, I see. We're on two different.
Yeah, I've seen that a bunch of times in video games. So like you see it in a movie, you're like, all right, that's kind of corny.
Yeah, well, you know.
It was a new way to do it in a movie, and it's just the first kill.
Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. That is the first kill, but you know me, man. I'm childish shit. I want to see blood. You know, I don't want to see no point of view.
They killed. Every other kill was traditional.
No, don't fucking kill me.
I ain't no zombie.
I ain't no zombie. Exactly. You
You're
know?
getting indignant in the movie.
I see more gore and violence on The Walking Dead.
But don't you see how this gives you sympathy for the zombies?
No, I don't have sympathy for me. There used to be a day when we used to go to movies to see gore because we didn't get it on television.
Sure.
Now it's the other way around. You know, I can see more gore on television. I go to the movies and I'm looking at this point of view thing when you cut away. That's a problem for me. But there's a part of the movie where I can agree with you here. It's the first kill, Martin.
It's funny because I got all kinds of problems with this movie, but not that scene right there.
Well, I do. So you go to hell. I'll tell you one of the things that I like about the movie is that they take certain characters. You know, military gentlemen right now are zombie hunting badasses in this, like this dude. And I like this guy a lot. That guy's name is Sam Riley. I like him because he's a badass with a little boy's haircut.
He does. Haircut.
Looks like an 8-year-old kid. It's like, man, you almost 30-some years old. Come on, man.
I know.
Cut your hair. You think my hair is bad? Look at this motherfucker right here. I'm like, no, yours is worse. But, you know,
I never said
somebody
that.
should cut your head off, Corey. And I like that actor too. That actor was in a movie that I like a lot. It was based on Ian Curtis, the lead singer of Joy Division.
Joy Division, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that movie. Okay, the whole time.
Control.
The whole time looking at him in the Pride and Prejudice, I was like, where do I know this guy from? It's bugging the shit out of me.
I love him in this film. Actually, I truly love the guy. So that gave me a lot of hope for the movie at the very beginning, and I was hoping it was going to continue. Now, talking about the gore and the violence and whatnot, see, my problem that goes on further into the movie is that they don't show you that much as far as killing and mutilating people and whatnot. This is a PG-13 movie, so they don't want to go overboard, and they save most of the effects and some of the and most of the gore and gross out stuff for the zombies themselves, which is actually kind of cool because it's a combination of CG and practical effects, and they do it in some disturbing ways too. I mean, they have some parts where zombies just turn around. That's the cool thing about it. Like, they don't, being that they're not mindless and walking around, they actually look at people and talk and like, how you doing? And like, damn, your face is fucked, man. Shit, how do I do? How do you do? Like this scene right here, where you have, and who was Lily James, who plays the head sister of all these girls of zombie hunters, when she's in church and she doesn't see anybody in there, and she has a real rude awakening when she's trying to tell somebody else, why don't you shut the fuck up, you in church? And they turn around looking at her like, why don't you shut the fuck up? Oh, shit.
Quite rude.
And Jesus cried out with a loud voice.
No, don't.
You shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this is our church.
Yeah. She's like, it's a good thing y'all in church. Oh, y'all need Jesus right now.
Do we have any visitors in the church today?
Nope.
Come to the front of the congregation.
Yeah. Zombies are like black people. They just talking everything. The gross out effects in this are, they're so nasty, man. They made me lose my appetite. they're very creative with it, very imaginative with it. They have zombies that blow snot bubbles and shit. And I lost my appetite when I watched this. I was hungry.
Really? Because I was just like, come on, y'all, that's a bit much. Because they linger on that snot bubble. I mean, a snot bubble is cool, but now when they linger on it, it's like, you know what you're doing. Stop
and then it
that.
popped, and it was like, yeah, it did, man.
Wow.
A girl with a decaying face. It's the snot, the actual mucus. That was what tipped you over. Like, I was gonna fuck her till that.
Yeah.
You just blew it, baby.
If you seen some of the shit I woke up with,
I gotta put you on Instagram now. I mean, when I do this, you kind of hot.
I know, yeah. But put on one hand and cover up that two-face part.
Give a fan of the Opera mask. Just wait.
Yeah, just take the bed sheets and just put it over half her face. Can we just do it this way on the side? Yeah, that's good. And I will say that one of the things that that makes this work too is that a lot of the actors in here, they take this seriously. This should be deadpan.
I really liked the actors. I think I liked except for there was only one actor in here who I didn't like.
Oh, I know, the Doctor Who guy.
Yeah, man. I don't know how people watch Doctor Who for all those seasons with that guy, Matt Smith.
Matt Smith, yeah.
He's got to be maybe the most annoying human being in the world.
Damn.
He actually brought this movie down a notch for me. It was
He's like
way
a
too
human, like if somebody did an experiment and turned a praying mantis into a human.
Yeah, Jesus, okay, I wasn't going to go that far. Like, come on, man. Dude ain't that bad. When he's in this movie, he just plays this bumbling dude, and he really gets on my
How long
nerves.
is that dude's head?
Man, he's got like
Even Frankenstein would look at him and go, ah.
I know. When you look at him, because I've said this before about a lot of people. Said it about myself, but no, this motherfucker got me beat. He got one
of them Easter Island heads.
Oh yeah, shit. He got one of them Rocky Dennis heads. Right there.
Oh no.
I mean, look at him. Even Rocky Dennis laughing at his ass right there. Y'all seen that movie Mask?
His head has its own atmosphere.
Yeah, shit. The reason why a lot of people are going in and playing this up seriously, and the reason why they're respecting this material so much is because I really do think they thought they were making Pride and Prejudice.
Here's the thing about this movie, is that it's Pride and Prejudice and zombies and kung fu. And you come in with the idea that these things will blend together into something that will be, interesting if not cool. And they don't really blend. They're all separate. Like, there's a point when they get so deep into Pride and Prejudice that they completely forget that there's zombies in there. You go through a long stretch where no zombies show up at all. It's just straight Pride and Prejudice. So when they come back in, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a part of this. And they do both parts well, but they don't mesh well. And they did such a good job with the Pride and Prejudice stuff. I was like, you know what? Maybe y'all should just stuck with that.
They spent all their money on the period piece, the set pieces, and just ran out of money for the zombie shit. You want to know how good they do the Pride and Prejudice part in this? There's two kind of people that I don't know how they did the marketing, but they attracted two kind of people for this movie, man. They attracted zombie fans, and somehow they brought in fans of Pride and Prejudice.
Yep.
They brought in literary fans.
Yeah, because they were behind us laughing too hard at all the parts from Jane Austen.
They were laughing their ass off, man. There were two big-ass women behind us, and they weren't worried about the zombie parts because there was hardly
they
any.
Didn't give a fuck about the zombies.
But every time there was something, all right, stay as a proper suit for now. I was like, look, are you idiot? That kind of shit to let you know, yes, I took English lit in college. I was like, shut the fuck
Sound
up.
like turkeys and shit.
No, he ain't lying.
Oh wow.
I actually heard one woman say, oh, this is wonderful. Like, are you fucking a zombie movie?
Yeah, there was that point where we were sitting there and just had to look at each other like,
You hear this shit? And I was, y'all think black people bad in movies. There's nothing like English lit people. They're worse. I say all of those.
all right, you read the book, we get it.
That was humorous. And meanwhile, it's the funniest. This is surreal to me because they're acting like horror fans at a horror movie. Meanwhile, the horror fans and the zombie fans, they're sitting up there so
Like-
polite.
Like, There are going to be zombies in this.
Yeah, the zombie fans were sitting up there. They were just like, "Could you please?"
I'm watching somebody getting their brains eaten, madam.
Yeah.
Please.
Could you take this seriously? So if you're a zombie fan, you're pretty much going to be going to college if you go see this movie.
They're trying to trick you into getting some culture.
Yeah. And you don't want it. You know that.
Man, I want to read that shit. Hey, but no, forget about that. I got a zombie movie for you. Come on in.
Shit. There was even a part where the zombies were kind of like,
All right, we take 5.
you know, y'all can give me something to do. Shit, I'm hungry. Can I eat somebody? Someone?
See a zombie at the craft services table in the background. Come on.
Yeah, they just in that trailer and shit. How long you been waiting? All fucking day, man. Ain't give me shit to do.
8 hours to get this makeup on.
Yeah, if you were an extra, a zombie extra in this movie, you would have a fucking thing to do.
Damn.
Yeah, really? I mean,
Yeah, it really comes out like the last 20 minutes where they go like, oh yeah, the zombies. Let's get back to that story that reaches this overarching story that when they finally put it together and lay it out, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
That's thoroughly disappointing.
Y'all just came up with that.
No, and it decides to be a zombie movie, not even a good one, near the end.
Yeah.
They do some stupid shit near the end. They just had to cram this shit in before the zombie people start walking out. Right. No, we got zombies.
They're here. See,
Yeah, look. No, I'll fuck that up. All right,
lock the doors. Hey, no. They come up right now. Okay, 5 minutes. 5.
They spent so much time on the Pride and Prejudice part that it was a little dry, and they could have improved on that by making this rated R. And I'm not asking for this because I'm just some typical horror fan, like the harder the better, man. But they needed that for the contrast. Do you remember Monty Python where they did this thing called Salad Days? It was like, what if Sam Peckinpah directed upper class British socialite drama?
No.
And I'll show it to you. Like, these people are coming in like, oh, hello, anybody wants to play cricket today? And then blood just starts flying, man.
I say, anyone for tennis? Oh, super! What fun! I say, Lionel, catch!
Did you notice that his hands were already
They're already coming off.
before he even got over there? That horrified me when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, stupid kid, man. I didn't know what joke when I saw one.
I get it.
Yeah. But the reason why that works is because it's a contrast. You have these proper British people, and then all this blood is flying everywhere. And for this movie, they didn't go far enough for me. Maybe other people have opinions on this, especially you fucking English lit people. But for me, I thought that the joke would have been had they been playing this straight the whole time, while they're covered in guts and blood and gore. And meanwhile, as the more violent it gets, the more they're trying to be proper British people. And, it was that contrast that was needed for me there, and I didn't get it.
When you showed the kung fu parts and she was fighting that one dude, it just reminded me of Charlie's Angels, and I hated that fucking movie.
Yeah. And it's not as bad as you think it is when they show this. But,
Yeah, they don't go hyper with it. I mean, it's almost on that level of like a TV show. As a Pride and Prejudice movie, I have complete respect for the actors and how it was filmed and all that put together. And I'm saying this as somebody who actually does not like Jane Austen. I mean, even watching this, I was like, I respect how well this is done. Having it all put together, I was like, this is that kind of movie that is trying to do so many different things and not really satisfying anybody.
As much as we're saying it looks like a good Jane Austen movie, it still has kind of cheaper production values, too.
It does. It's cheaper production values, and it still gets boring in the middle.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to stay awake.
It was so funny because I spent more of the movie in the middle part watching him. He was more entertaining. It was like I was sitting down. It was like I had my own 3D zombie movie because Martin was just.
Well, it was especially disconcerting for me because I was sitting next to the rep the whole time.
Yeah, you were. You were sleeping on his shoulder. Well, I guess you didn't like the movie. But anyway, it's a rental, people. It's a rental for the enjoyable things that are in there. And like I said, it's a movie. It's a fast forward film.
It's a rental. It may even be a high rental for anybody who's very interested in it. There's parts of it that work really well, but not enough together.
Martin, you know I'm a zombie fan. I've been I'm the reason.
You're a zombie snob. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, man, connoisseur, if you will. I take credit for The Walking Dead being as popular as it is. Back in the day, I was slinging them books, man. I was back in the day. I was. Nobody knew about it. I was trying to spread the gospel. Mm-hmm. I don't ask for anything. The only thing I ask for is continued success of that series, because that's all the Pride and Prejudice that y'all need. Shit, it's a serious zombie show, but they know when to shut the fuck up and kill some zombies. Instead of here to pontificate like they are in this movie. I'd say get the fuck on with it.